We can go ahead and call for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Okay, so please rise for the pledge. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands,
stands
one nation,
under God, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, so we'll go ahead and move over to roll call. Siley. So what you'll do is you'll call each commissioner, and then they will state whether they're here or not. And we can go ahead and go through those that aren't here as well. So you're muted.
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll start with Sonia.
Here.
Siley, present. Feng Yi,
Present.
Andrea. Meghna,
Here.
Aruna,
Here.
and Tejas.
Tejas here.
I'm not missing anyone, am I? Or do I have to?
I think you're missing anybody. So we can go ahead and see the alternates if we need to. So remember, you're going to go ahead and you're going to motion to approve. You're going to ask for the motion and whom, and then one of you will second, and then you guys will vote after that. So
Is this for seating? Is this
yeah,
for
seating the
alternate?
alternates. Yep.
Okay.
So we'd be seating Tejas.
Okay. Motion to seat Tejas. Or I moved to, yeah. Okay.
Yep. So you can say, may I have a motion to approve the seating of Tejas?
May I have a motion to approve the seating of Tejas?
And then you'll call for a second.
I, Feng Yi Huang, second.
All right. And then we'll take it to a vote.
Okay. All in favor say aye.
I.
Please make sure you say your name before you guys say aye, okay?
Meghna, I. Sonia, I.
Feng Yi, I.
Aruna, I.
And then Siley, aye.
You'll ask if there's any, obviously, that oppose. Right?
Oh, any opposed?
Okay.
Okay.
So move on to the approval of the agenda. So same thing. You're going to motion to approve it and the date. And then same thing, a second, and then we'll vote.
Okay. Sorry. Was it, may I have a motion to approve?
Yeah. So may I have a motion to approve for October 8th? And then you'll go through your second and then your vote.
Okay. Thank you.
You're
May I have a motion to approve the agenda of October 8th meeting?
Sonia, motion.
Feng Yi, second.
Okay. All in favor say aye.
Meghna, I. Sonia, I. Aruna, I.
Tejas I.
Siley, aye. Any opposed? So can I just move on to number 6?
Correct. So
Okay.
same thing.
May I have a motion to approve the meeting minutes of September 10th meeting?
Meghna, motion. Sonia, second.
All in favor say aye.
Tejas I.
Feng Yi, I.
Sonia, I. Meghna, I. Aruna, I.
Siley, aye. Okay, so do we have anyone for the public forum?
I don't believe so. So we can go ahead and move forward.
Okay, are there any announcements?
No announcements today.
Okay, there's no announcements.
No announcements today.
So I guess we can move on. So I just read everything out, right?
Correct.
Okay, thanks. Number 9, business items. A, work plan events. Confirm virtual events. Background. The Youth Advisory Commission is partnering with local groups to develop and execute events for community engagement related to the following grants: women's suffrage, encouragement of registration for voting, and tobacco-free communities, restricting the sale of flavored tobacco products, including menthol cigarettes, encouragement and support of information to restrict the sale of e-cigarette and vaping devices and/or other tobacco products. Recommendation, commission to provide feedback on decision of events, to which include dates, times, and locations.
Okay, so a little bit about that. I actually wanted to touch on the women's suffrage. I know that we had discussed those items previously. So we were able to move the event to Friday, October 16th. And you guys will have the opportunity to assist and help out with the event, to which we can touch base on in regards to how we'll follow through with that with the interns and moving forward. So you can go ahead and move on, Siley.
Okay, to B?
Correct.
Okay. All right, B, work plan proposal 2020 to 21. Background. Founded April 1996, the Youth Advisory Commission was established to advise the City Council on matters pertaining to youth and teens in Milpitas. Commissioners must be students in grades 7 through 12 and live in Milpitas. Recommendation, review fiscal year 2019 to 20 work plan and establish key tasks for proposal in fiscal year 2020 to 21 for recommendation to City Council.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is we're going to take a look at what you guys had planned last year, and we're going to look at what was to the effects of the pandemic and what we kind of had to move forward from. So as you guys will see here, these were the things that were planned on last year's work plan, what you guys were able to do, and obviously, as you can see, in volunteerism, we were able to commit. We actually completed everything. The last city council meeting, actually, I'm sorry, 2 city council meetings ago, the YAC scholarship was approved for the 5 scholarship awardees, and those are in process now in regards to getting that information out to those that were awarded, and I'll move forward with getting everything sent out. Siley, I'll actually work with you in regards to getting the signature piece from you for the actual awards themselves. So just keep that in mind. And then moving forward to Teen Center, I know that we had discussed different types of workshops and things of that sort in partnership with Cassie. We weren't really able to get to those due to the pandemic. Also the intergenerational programming for teens and seniors, along with the interview workshop, and then also the engagement pieces as well. All of those we did not have the opportunity to get to due to the pandemic and the break that we had to have. So we're gonna move on to another sheet that's going to show basically what we accomplished and what we're going to try and attempt to carry over. So as you can see on the sheet, it shows what we did accomplish. And I did briefly just describe that. And then everything that else that got deferred over. So we're going to want to look to accomplish some of these items in this year's work plan. I know that we kind of briefly discussed items in the last meeting in regards to the career day, the film competition, the social media presence. Obviously, Youth Voice Live is something that we may or may not be able to do pending, if that's something that's still going to happen. However, the vaping, the intergenerational programming for teens and seniors, along with mental awareness workshops, that's something that we can look at as well as a suggestion. Now, as I mentioned in the last meeting, I would suggest that you guys, we do look to capture some of these items because you guys did have a lot of passion about some of these items as we spoke last month. But then also we do have the opportunity to add a few more if needed. But also keep in mind being realistic and not trying to add too many items. Last year, it took us a while to kind of chop down the items to ensure that there was something that was accomplishable. So that's kind of where we're at now. Mike, you can go ahead and go back to the agenda. So we will then touch on, I'm sorry. So at this point is where I would like to discuss further what you guys would like to do and your research that you captured from the last meeting to see what items we want to bring to light in this year's work plan.
Okay, cool. So okay, great. So last year, I think that we had some really good ideas going for Career Day. So if possible, I was thinking that we can still try to take those ideas and implement them for this year's work plan. So I remember you mentioning that we should think of virtual events, hybrid events, and just basically just plan for different options. So I was thinking that if we were to do a virtual Career Day, we can still kind of keep that same Career Day structure where we have a few different companies or a few different representatives discuss it, talk about a specific career. And virtually we could do that on Zoom with different breakout rooms. We have a main event, and then when students actually, or when people actually come to the event, then they can go into the breakout room that they want, they can leave and join accordingly. If we were to do a hybrid, I was thinking that we could do a career week or a career month where we limit the number of people. That way it's not a big event. We can limit the number of people each week by doing we'll do a field a week. So it's one company will come to the teen center or something and discuss with a small group of students that we're still maintaining social distancing and safety requirements. So that's what I had in mind for the hybrid. Could I also talk about some things that I was thinking for this year, or should I hold on? Some new ideas or?
So let's, so what you can do since you are speaking, we're taking these down, you can go ahead and speak onto those items. But ideally I want to capture what you guys want to carry over first and then jump over to what's potentially new, if that's okay.
Okay, cool. I can come back to the new ideas later.
Okay.
I can talk about the film competition then. I know that it was supposed to happen in the spring and then it got canceled, but I think it could easily be done virtually because our original plan was to have the judges look at the films ahead of time and determine the winners, and then they would just be showcased and have a sort of a, what do you call it? Where you go around and watch everybody's films, and then we would have the awards. So if it was virtually, we can just do the same thing, have the judges look at them ahead of time and determine the winners, and then just stream them on a Zoom call or something, just show all the different films and then announce the winners. So I was thinking that we could still do that because I think a lot of people would enjoy something like that. I noticed there's an increase in interest in film lately. So that was my idea.
Okay, was there anything else we wanted to look to carry over? And if you guys want, we can put back up the PDF so that you can see. Mike, can you put back up the PDF for us, please? Thank you. I'm sorry, the other sheet. My apologies, the Word doc. Thank you. So take a look, guys, and see if there's anything else that we want to look to roll over.
For the partnership with Cassie, do we directly work with that, or does Cassie just host the events and then we would volunteer?
So we worked with Cassie last year. It doesn't look like that's being carried over this year. I'm not too sure 100% if that's in fact true. However, if you would like to partner, to do a mental awareness workshop, that is something that we can completely look into to find a partner that could work with you guys to put on that workshop. So if that's something you would like to carry over and do, that I think that'd be a great idea.
Wait, so Cassie no longer does anything for, or works with Milpitas, or just not for the, we're not partnered with her, like for the commission?
We're not with the city of Milpitas right now. I believe that we didn't, that we're not too sure on if we're carrying that over with them. If you wanted to do something in partnership with them, that is something that we could reach out, but I would have to do some clarification. But there also is many other partners out there too. So, we're not held down to just Cassie per se.
So with that said, Anthony, that is a good idea. Just partner with another agency that would provide pretty much the same thing. So we don't want to put ourselves in a situation so we've only got one group. And so, but it's important if the commission would like to go ahead and do something again, like Anthony said, we can find another organization that can we can work with. So we'll just strike out Cassie and put another organization on there, if that's okay.
Thank you, Rosanna.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so if you guys would like to do that, that would be something where we'd have to do some research to find a partner to assist with putting on that workshop, and I think it's a great idea. So Sanaya, is that something that you are suggesting to carry over, or?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Oh, okay, you do want to carry it over. Okay. I also wanted to make a suggestion too for the film competition. So I know that you had mentioned basically we would have people submit the films. They would be then voted, and then we would stream the winner. It could be a good opportunity too, to where we have a gallery of the films that were submitted, to which people can view if they want. Just because those people that are submitting these films, probably put a lot of time in these, and for them to have the opportunity to showcase them, even though it's not per se a event that we're maybe doing. So you maybe would look to do a virtual, viewing of the film competition winner, or something to that extent.
Yeah, that's sort of what I meant. I meant like
Okay.
stream, like all the films.
Okay. All right. Did we have any other comments from anybody else in regards to any carryovers? Okay. So, so for you that had those other ideas, Siley, this is a good opportunity. Go ahead. And if anybody else wants to speak after her, please do.
Okay, so I was just thinking of these, and I'd love to discuss it with the rest of the commission as well, because these were just some general ideas that I had. So although like the holiday months are kind of close, I was still thinking that to kind of lift spirits and, to still try to maintain that holiday spirit, we could do some holiday events like, well, if we were to do them virtually, then we can do virtual movie nights or virtual trivia nights. And so that it doesn't feel so distant, I was wondering that, and this would kind of go under the hybrid section, we could maybe do like these little care packages or something with like candy canes and hot cocoa mix. So people can stop by the teen center, pick one up, and then when they come home, then we can have like a virtual movie night. So yeah, so the two things that I had were like movie night and trivia night, but of course you could do like games, board games, you could do just like socials and stuff like that. So I was thinking that we could if there was enough time, then we could do it around December or like kind of when, that time. So yeah, that's pretty much what I had for now.
Rosanna, can you correct me if I'm wrong in regards to our event planning for the rest of the year? Is that something that the commission can kind of piggyback on if we do, in fact, hold something in regards to that participating as our volunteerism?
Absolutely. You can twist it any way you want. You might want to get more kids involved if you always include the opportunity for them to volunteer. You'll absolutely get more students involved in it. So yes, good ideas. And everything you plan for, like I think Anthony must have said, is like plan for virtual or a hybrid at this time because we don't know. But once the holidays are over, it's good to always have these events ready to go with a hybrid, just because the county things can change at any time, whether it's county or state. And so I think it's really important to just make sure you've got the option to go virtual if needed or live. Okay.
Thank you.
Mhm.
So Siley, to kind of piggyback off that too. So with that being said, I think it's a great idea, care packages for the community. And we can, and I'll kind of put that in my notes for myself to look into the other potential events that may be happening with the city. Obviously, given the situation, things can change, but it's a good opportunity for us to look at for that volunteerism piece, to also see what's around the community too. And also, if we have the ability to volunteer, if the city does have the capability to do something for the holiday months, great. If there's an opportunity for you to volunteer, great. However, like Rosanna said, us planning for kind of the inverse of that is a good idea too. Did anybody else have any ideas that they wanted to add? So far, we have career day, film competition, mental health awareness workshop, care for the community, and that's what we got so far.
Yeah, I had one idea that we could potentially consider. I was thinking we can just have, events for teens to participate in, because obviously at the moment there's not a lot that they can do, where they can't really interact with each other that much. So I know that a lot of people are into esports. I think there's like an esports club at MHS, and there's a large amount of people who were interested. So if we could just have like an event where they can, do that, not like a tournament style. I don't know exactly how it works, but I guess they have like mini tournaments, and that's how esports works, but just host one of those.
Yeah, I think that's a good opportunity to do your partnership with the Teen Center, and putting on, whether they're mini esports events. I would definitely make it a priority to make contact with that club to get more information, to see how they put those events together. That'll be a good research piece, because we can totally host that through the Teen Center. And even in general, these workshops, events, we'll look to see how we can kind of blend those with the Teen Center this year again.
That's a good idea, Sonia. And I think, whether if this group can do it, I think having a fundraiser and do a tournament with a prize, if we can get a sponsor, might bring out more people. Because right now we have no means of any types of revenue or coming in to the YAC, and we want to make sure we replenish the scholarship fund. And so that's something that we should probably think about. I mean, if kids are really into it, and I think it's not just local, it's nationwide. I think a lot of teens right now are into that esports, and so why not join the crowd and provide some type of a tournament? It's doable because you're really not you're just it's virtual, right? And so you don't need a place. We just want to be the host. I think the opportunity is there. I'd jump on that.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea, especially with the gaming companies that are around us too. So, like I said, I think building that partnership with the group's a great idea, and then also looking into who those potential sponsors could be and what we would look at if we wanted to do a single event or we wanted to do a series of small ones that have, sponsored prizes, because there's different games, right? So we'll really want to try and formulate that and get that as compact as we can. Anybody else have anything? So far we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things, very attainable. Obviously, we will be carrying over also the vaping. That'll be carrying over since we were awarded the grant with that. So that will be carrying over to this year. I think that's it for the carryover. So last chance, anybody else with any ideas or things that they may have of interest? No? Okay, so can we go back to the agenda, please? Thank you. All right, so we can go ahead and move on to item C.
Okay, C, Yak Social City Staff. Background. Each year, local Yaks or commissions like participate in a social event to which commissions from other cities come together and discuss information regarding youth needs, concerns, opportunities. Recommendation. 1 to 2 Yak members attend and participate in brainstorming for a Yak social event, to which is tentatively scheduled in November. This brainstorm will allow for different Yak members from different cities to collaborate and plan for the social event. The brainstorm will take place on Thursday, October 15th at 5 p.m. through Zoom.
Okay, so yeah, that's pretty explanatory. There is a Zoom next week on Thursday, to which a few different cities are going to be coming together and discussing these ideas. So we're asking that 1 to 2 of you can join in and participate as kind of a voice, to kind of collaborate and see how we can promote the next Yak Social event. So is there anybody that's interested?
I can go.
Okay.
I can go as well.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so I will send you guys that information separately so that you guys do have it, so that you can attend. I thank you for that. And then also just as a reminder, for those of you that did make your suggestions, let's please dive a little deeper into how we want to do this so that in the next meeting we can go ahead and start forming your subcommittee. Unless, Rosanna, do you think it's a good idea for them to form that now for these events?
Sorry.
No problem.
So what I need you to do is go back to item, can you please scroll down a little? I can't see the item number. It is for the work plan proposal. Make sure you have a motion and a second, because this is after this, it's going to go to council for approval. So motion would be to approve the discussion and to include changes, and then vote on it, okay? Because, I mean, essentially this, whatever you propose today is going to city council, and you can come back, I would say the next meeting to form the subcommittees, if that's okay with all of you.
Thank you.
Mhm.
All right, Siley, so you can go ahead and you're going to ask for your motion, having a motion to approve the discussion of the changes in the Yak work plan for 2020-21.
Okay, may I have a motion to approve the discussion about the work plan proposal for 2020?
Motion. Sonia, second.
All in favor, say aye.
Tejas, I.
Meghana, I.
Feng Yi, I.
Sonia, I. Varuna, I.
Siley, aye.
All right.
Any opposed? Okay,
All right, so we can go ahead and move on to item 10.
are there any city liaison reports?
I have nothing, and I don't believe the council member here is here either. So you can go ahead and move forward to 11.
Number 11, upcoming agenda items. A subcommittee reports.
Correct. So these will be the things that we're going to want to talk about discussing for the next meeting. That would be the 2020-21 work plan. And then we would be, because we're going to be sending this for approval, and then we would be forming your subcommittees. After that, once we form your subcommittees, then you guys can go ahead and begin your work. Please do keep in mind, everybody, I think that, as we are a whole commission, everybody should be working on coming up with supplementary ideas to those that were listed for the 2020-21 work plan, so that it can be a extensive conversation the next time we meet, and not just two people going into it. So make sure that everybody kind of does your research and we start to look into it. Okay. All right, so I believe that is everything. So if everybody's good, no other comments, Siley, you can go ahead.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me,
Sorry.
I just got a comment. So can
Sure.
you hold on? Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, so I'm going to read the public comment that came through, and it is from Orvish Mehta. It says, I request Youth Commission to establish and implement youth education program, distance learning education, and children warfare assembly bills introduced by Governor Newsom on September 30, 2020. Okay. And that's basically what was provided.
All right, so we need to include that into the forum, and then what motion should the commission be looking to do?
That's pretty much it. It's just, it's, we'll work on it with staff. Commissioners may ask staff to place the item on a future agenda meeting. You can discuss it offline if needed, okay?
All right, so if we don't have any more public comments, Siley, you can go ahead and motion to adjourn. Same thing, you're gonna motion. And then today's date, we're gonna go ahead second vote. And then you're gonna go ahead and confirm the adjournment and the time.
I actually had a question really quick.
Okay, go ahead, sorry.
I don't know I think you mentioned it briefly in the beginning of the meeting, but
Yes.
is there something else we need to know for the pre-registration voting?
Yeah, I have that information. I'm gonna email it to you guys so that you guys have it.
event? Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so I guess I'll just move on to number 12, which is, may I have a motion to adjourn today's meeting, October 8th?
Tejas, second.
Sorry, my audio cut out. Was that a motion or a second?
Yeah, I didn't.
Oh wait, okay, I motion.
Okay,
Or like, do you motion and then I second, or like how does it work?
You would motion, Tejas.
Okay, I motion. Tejas.
Aruna, second.
okay, all in favor, say aye.
Meghana, aye.
Anya, aye.
Thingy, I.
Tejas, aye.
All right, so then you're gonna go ahead and confirm the adjournment and the time.
Oh wait, Siley, aye. Any opposed? Okay, I now adjourn today's meeting at 7:37 p.m. Is that it?
All right, yep, that's good to
All right,
go.
thank you.
Thank you guys. You guys all have a good night. Thank you.